Hello and welcome to another one of my videos. Today's video is going to be a little bit different than most of my videos because I am going to talk about a loved one who has passed away. It has affected not only my life but my whole family's life, and it is something that is very hard to talk about. I feel YouTube gives me a voice that I've never had, and so I just want to share this with you. My grandpa was born in 1946 on November 30th, and I don't know much about his early life, which I should probably ask more questions about it, but I do know that when him and my grandma met, it was instantly like a love, that he was the most attractive, handsome man, and I totally agree. My grandpa is so cute. You see pictures of him and you are just like, wow, he is beautiful. But they got married after, I think it was around 3 months of being together. My grandpa's name is Don, D-O-N, Donald, and my mom, her name is Dawn, D-A-W-N, and then they got my Aunt Amy, and she is a cute little rocker chick. My grandpa loved his family so much, and sometimes that is why it can be so hard when someone leaves you. I was in 4th grade when he left me, and I still have all the cards that the people in my 4th grade class wrote me when my grandpa passed away. I try to remember the good things and the memories that I have, and my biggest memory is during 3rd grade when I was learning multiplication and division, and I remember when I would come home, we would practice, and then if I got 100% on my test at school, he would give me $1. That was just one of the best feelings in the world. And another really good memory of my grandpa is I really struggled sleeping in my bed at night. I can't remember her name. I think her name is Amber Smart. I might be getting her name wrong, but that was during the time that she got abducted out of her window in her room, and I was terrified because I had a window that someone could climb in and snatch me out of my room. And so I was so scared. And then eventually we ended up moving into my grandma and grandpa's house, but I was still scared to sleep alone. And I remember my grandpa and my dad were so supportive and would try their best to help me sleep in my bed alone. And I remember every night, it always involves money, but the nights that I was able to sleep alone, my grandpa would give me $1. They know how to work you with the money. My grandpa was so supportive in helping, and he was always there for me when I needed him. I played softball, and I remember going out in the front yard and we would throw the ball back and forth, and I remember One time I got really mad at him because he threw the ball and I didn't catch it and it hit me right in the head and it hurt so bad. You have to remember the good memories and the good times, and that is what gets me through the times when I am feeling down and missing my grandpa, because even though it has been a really long time that he has been gone, he will never be forgotten. I will never forget my grandpa. Things get easier in life, but you never forget the people who have passed on. And I just want to say, with the people that are with you now, remember to give them a great big hug and tell them that you love them, even if they're doggies.
I'm Carol Jackson. I'm Chelsea's grandma. She wanted me just to talk a little bit about her grandpa, Don, who passed away. Oh gosh, let's see. Today will be his death anniversary. It's been 13 years. It doesn't seem possible, but in my mind, it's an everyday occurrence. I guess I reenact that daily. Although you move on, you find happiness, but it's not something you ever really completely get over. I guess if I were to think about fun, positive things, times that we had with him, he was a consummate professional and perfectionist in the skills as a journeyman carpenter. He loved his family. He was an unconditionally loving father and grandfather and a loyal, trusting, loving companion. Life just sometimes throws you curves, and you have to just get up and slap your hands and put your 2 feet together and put on your ruby slippers and go in the right direction and make life happy for you. There's never a good time to say goodbye to somebody you love. Never. It just doesn't happen. And you can debate suicide, you can debate murder, you can debate long-term death that is painful and awful and goes on and on. None of that ever has a happy ending. Even if someone is suffering, it's still very difficult for family and friends to part with people they love. One thing I think that's important is that you live so you don't have any regrets. If you can say you love someone, and every day you hug them and you do positive things together and you communicate effectively, that's the most important thing in not having regrets when you, at the end of the day, you no longer are going to be with that person. So you can look back and have happy memories. Memories are a blessing. I think probably I thought about, there's so many memories and wonderful fun things that we all did together as family, and he was certainly a loving family person. We went to Lake Powell. We've been to Disneyland. We've done all kinds. We've been to Hawaii. We've done all kinds of family vacations, hunting, fishing, camping, and he'll be missed forever and ever. And we love him every single day, even if you're not physically present. It doesn't change the love that you feel for somebody.
I'm Cassandra, Chelsea's oldest sister. And my favorite memory of my grandpa would be him taking us fishing and camping, all our hunting trips we would go on together, and our family vacations. And also when I would play softball and he would take me outside to practice. If I did really good or anytime I won games, he would give me a couple dollars and tell me not to tell my grandma.
I'm Dawn Ann, Chelsea's mom. My favorite memory of my dad was me being the bait and hook lady on our many camping and fishing trips to Blackfoot Reservoir. Also learning how to water ski and fishing on our camping and boating trips to Lake Powell. My dad's the reason I love Halloween so much. We always had a Halloween bash birthday party, and he was always so willing to dress up and play all the games with me and my friends. He would bob for apples, chew on crackers, try to whistle, whatever game we were playing. He was always right there, just like all the kids, having as much fun as we were. And as while I was in junior high and in high school, he was always willing to let me dress him up however I wanted to for Halloween. And we never bought Halloween costumes. They were always homemade. Also, I love the memory of our special daddy-daughter dance. We always liked the same type of music. Our favorite singer was Michael Jackson. And whenever the song Billie Jean would come on, we would start to do our daddy-daughter dance. The most favorite time doing the daddy-daughter dance to Billie Jean was at his 50th birthday party. That was a surprise. That song was the first song that came on for our dance at his party, and he was already right there in the middle of the dance floor waiting for me to come so that we could do our daddy-daughter dance. So those are just some of the many memories that I have of my dad. I learned how to be helpful, calm, and kind from my dad.